Okay, so we are back and we are going to have a look at the Japanese first turn. One important thing to remember is on turn 1, as described in the campaign start event, the Japanese air units are totally unavailable because they are right now busy wreaking havoc on the American fleet and airfields. And so you can't have any of your planes because they are doing their task on their side. They will be back on the second turn. It is explained that turns are 6 hours, so it's roughly 4 turns a day. And during night turns, obviously, there won't be any planes available because at the time, they didn't fly in the night. You have here, in case you don't remember an event, you have here a list of events which appear. And you can, again, by putting the tooltip on it, have the possibility to read again what was the content of the event. Quite interesting things. So like all SGS games, you start with a playing card section. You draw cards. It's 4 cards per turn in this game, and you have the usual cards. This one is interesting. Like the Japanese midget submarine managed to go into Pearl Harbor. Well, they failed historically, but they didn't do much better. Only one hit was scored on the Battleship Row unit. And then the game starts, and you have cards that you can play. You can see them here. Well, for the moment, nothing else to do, so I will start with the reinforcement phase, which is the first phase of the game. And the reinforcement phase is interesting because it's where my options are being set up on the map. And as you can see here, you have a remember or let's say a summary of what were your options. So, you know, I have all these troops coming in the game due to my choice of options. And this is part of the campaign. The Japanese fleet is now displayed. And the Japanese fleet is basically here in 2 different locations. Distant, which is the historical locations, far away from the island. And obviously, if they are going to support an invasion, they will need to close. So there is another box where the Japanese fleet will move and close, especially for gunnery support that can be available later because there were some battleships and cruisers in the Japanese thing. So I have a possibility to play a card, which is radio here. Give me information about enemy units. Can examine one stack. So I will see, for example, what the Americans have in one of the stacks. Even unknown stack can be identified. So if I click here, you can see there are 4 companies of the 24th Division, 31st Regiment right here. So I know there will be opposition in the back here. So let's do the land movement, because as I said, the planes which are here are all on the ships, and they're, well, not on ships there. In fact, they are busy striking Pearl Harbor. So as usual in the SGS game, you can move units by 2 ways. That is, taking the stack and dragging it to your destination, or using the left click to select, right click to choose a target destination, and you see the size and the look of the mouse pointer is different. You can also decide, if you just right click again, you unselect the thing. You can decide to split units, which can be done in 2 ways. Either you select the units you want, and then you take them here and move them like here. Or you can unselect by, for example, just taking 3 units here, clicking in the little window, and then taking the other group here, and I can do like this. So for example, here I want split, and I will move everyone here. So when the movement is done, then all the units have moved, and you can check here with this little symbol. If it's moving around, it means you still have units to move here. It's idle, so I've done everything. Buttons here on the minimap are interesting. You can see who owns what. Initially, the Americans have everything except the landing bitches. Then you can see the supply situation. Interesting point in this game, because of time scale, I mean, it's 4 days. The Japanese would not have taken care of any kind of special logistics. It was more envisioned as a raid operation. And in that case, well, supply is irrelevant. So it's not active in this game. What is active is the stacking for air units, a maximum of 6 units in each region, and the land stacking, which is indicated in terms of units. Basically, a unit in this game is a company. Obviously, you could put many more troops in this here, but the stacking limit shows, let's say, also the kind of terrain, the easiness to enter the regions or not. And you can see, if you go here in this region, that there is jungle terrain on the flank of the mountain range in the middle of the island, and you cannot put too many troops. It's just totally undeveloped. And if you go inside the mountains, you can see that it's quite difficult to reach these regions. So that's basically how you move and fight, and then we will see how a battle process.